Huh? Hello, this is Andrew Bird with Best Choice Roofing. We are out on Miss Deus house. We are going to do another attempt or a repair assessment in this area. This is the shingle we're going to be doing. It goes this way, so we'll have to be touching this one, and this one. We'll see if we get up there. If it starts to get tight up there, we might have to pick another spot. This area over here is the control. We are not touching this area. So this will kind of give us a reference point once we're done with the work up here to see what's changed between the two. So we'll go ahead and get started. And basically we just gotta unseal these shingles. And they were popping pretty easy. Some of these are already undone from thermal cycling. That one's got a little bit of tension. There we go. Okay. Well, to break through that seal, I actually did just kind of lose the edge of that shingle. You see how it just fractured and crumbled? That shows that the shingles are pretty dang brittle. Usually that should just have been a flex and not like any sort of nick or anything. Okay, so we don't have any rust on the nail heads, which means that we haven't been getting moisture. Now, this is something I do want to bring up, okay? You see that right there? That means that this shingle has pulled through from the wind lifting on this, and now it's pulled through. That's what a shingle blow through is, and that's the issues we're gonna have because you can see how big the hole is. So we're gonna start with this nail. Actually, let's start over here. I like to cinch them down so we try not to tear them. Kind of helps with the nail pull through. So you can tell that the hole was actually bigger than the nail head right there. And even though I cinched it down, it's still wanting to pull through. You see how that's floating? So this is gonna tear from here to here, in the next 20-mile-per-hour breeze. And just by lifting that nail out, this side has pulled through too. And look, this is what I'm talking about. There's the tear. You see right there? Now I didn't even touch this one, but just the tension of the tool pulling up, pulled it around and tore. So that shingle's shot. That's what we're talking about when we were trying to show you in the other one. So we'll work our way through this and just kind of document any of those that happen. Video might be a little bit longer because I'm gonna take photos for you too as well. I just want to show what we're looking at. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to focus. There we go. And then tear through the headlamp. Okay, documented. Let's keep moving. So this one, again, as we talked about, has already pulled through. So basically, we got a tear here, pull through tear, and a pull through. So we're kind of. Where is it? There it is. And this is what I mean. So the nail is pulled through. This shingle is supposed to be flat, and this one's supposed to be floating, and I'll push it through to show you what that looks like if I can. So find the nail hole, try to push it up. It's not gonna work. So this is what it should look like that. That's how the nail is properly supposed to come out. You see this one's floating, and this one is not, but when we pulled it out, it was like this. So this kind of shows you that we got some failures going on. All right, this one we should be able to get. Okay, so see? You see how this one's flat and this one's floating? That's a proper pull. She still doesn't really want to come out though, does she? Oh, golly. Even with that, I still have to go under and stress the shingle to get the nail out. There we go. All right, let's move quicker. still another pull through. As you can see, the shingle's floating. Yeah, just try to stay like, yeah, as still as possible. The more movement, the more distracting it is. So you can see as I'm trying to get my tool here, you can see the tear that is forming right there. So, and there she is. But as you can see how big that hole is because that blew out, I can just push that nail head straight through there. She's already, yep, another one pulled through. And again, you can see how this bottom shingle is floating. It's supposed to be this top one. Yeah, and that's a blowout. Not going great. This one's gonna pull through too, but we're just gonna get it out. Again, you can see the blow through. All right, what I'll do is, got one over here. Where is she? Oh, okay, so right here, right there, the nail is in the right place. It has the gap underneath it to get to it. But again, we pulled through and tore that hole pretty significantly. All right, let's take a look. This is an old Owens Corning. This 05 right here means that it was built in 2005. These shingles are at the end of their life. This is the new Owens Corning. You can see it still says do not remove, no Qatar, do not remove, but RIV 25. Shingle was made in 2025. Now the blend pattern's not too bad, but this is what we bump into. Come in close right here. Because we've had those pull-throughs and the headlasts have shifted, we have a difference in this exposure right here, and it does not want to go. See, I can't find that nail that was holding it. Okay, yeah, so what we were hitting, and this is what I'm trying to explain with when I say the nail pull out leaves behind damage. Look at that. That's from that nail pulling out. There's the hole through the decking, and it's ripped this underlayment. So, you know, even if we put a headlight there, the wood is now exposed to water. Okay, I think we can shove it in there. I think that's what was holding us up. There we go. All right, let's get this thing nailed in, and we will get it sent in. Hopefully it's not too long for you. Okay, so this is you see how this is this needs to be tacked within 2 inches of the corner. We have nowhere to put it, so we got to put it farther this way, which is going to expose this whole edge to wind uplift. Again, you know, we can't go back in that area. We're going to go down here a little bit lower. That's where it needs to be. This is where we were forced to put it. Y'all do 4 in Georgia nails, right? Okay. So again, we have a blowout right here. I'm putting the nail right here, but with that weakened spot, there's a good chance that this is going to tear right up that key right to there. That should lock that one in place. We do have a nail there, so we're good. And you can already see what's going on right here. You see that crease that's forming up here? That wasn't like that. We also have granular loss right here. Big time granular loss right there, and up there as well. So we're already starting to see creases form, and we've only been up here for about 5 minutes or 15 minutes. Another one, you can see that crease starting to form across that top. All right, last one in, and then we'll do an overview real quick. Okie dokie. So what I want you to do is come over here. Let's look at this control area. Now, if you notice, we don't seem to have any granular loss going on. You don't see anything running down. There's no creases. I'm gonna take my hand with just the glove so it's not a hard wipe. Just kind of do that. As you can see, we're not losing anything. Everything's still sealed. That was sealed. You know, this one's not this one, but this one is, and this one. Now we're over here. Even with that new strip, this is likely probably not going to seal down. It'll definitely never seal up here. We're going to do the wipe test, and you can just see the granules coming down, forming up right there. Look at that, all the way across. So this is what we got. Creasing, 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 creasing. Tear. Actually, I probably need to replace that nail. We'll do it later. Creasing. I think we're okay. We did all right with material transfer, but as you can tell, you know, the next time it rains, crease marks all over this area. So we're gonna finish with the video. I'm gonna take a couple more photos. We'll get all this into you and see what you think. But right here, it's creasing. It definitely creased, tore. It definitely tore. Material transfer. No material transfer. We're good on that one, but we failed 2 out of 3. All right, thank you for this, and let us know what you think. Have a good